That music can only mean one thing. It's time for One True Three.
Well, come on.
I thought you were going to step in and say something. All right, all right.
Because you into it.
You're
It's
the
a
guy.
pre-show interview, bro.
All right. So we're here today with Jeff. Sunday Jeff. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Jeff.
Name Sunday Jeff. Work with Walt at the stash. I'm there for Sunday from 12 to 5.
Pick it up, man. Come on.
35 Broad Street. Right, thank you.
I heard that part.
So you're here on Sundays
Correct.
only, and you would, but that's not your only job. Don't tell us what you do for a living, but you do have another job.
Yes.
All right. Are you married?
Yes.
What are her views on Santa
10
Claus?
years. 10 years September.
Any children?
One.
One. Girl,
One daughter.
boy?
One daughter. One beautiful daughter.
There we go. Nice. All right. So you're here. We're going to play a game today called One True Three. You're going to tell us 3 things that we don't know about you, but only one of them is going to be true. The other 2 are going to be fabrications or lies. And then Brian, Q, and I. And we're going to let Dan. Also
Dan's in
guest
on it.
All right.
Okay.
And now you're supposed to do your homework and listen to previous podcasts about other contestants, but you didn't. So
I failed you.
let's make sure that you understand the rules, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's go. Let's play. Go.
Okay. The first one, I'm going to say, let's see. First one is I saw somebody actually get, when I was working at the airport, ingested by one of the aircraft engines. The second one is...
Whoa.
Wait.
Because you said that so fast. Somebody got
The first
ingested. By
ingested.
An airplane
Ingested
engine?
means actually sucked into the aircraft.
Did he die?
No.
Wait, are we questioning him already?
Well, we go back and forth on this. Sometimes we question right after. Sometimes we
So
wait
we
to
had
the
this
end.
down.
We never had this down. You want to wait? You want to wait this time?
What do you want to do? Obviously, you
fine.
want to question him right away.
That's all right. Go. We'll
Go.
do
All
it.
right, what's your
I'll let-
second
that's
one?
okay.
Second one. Okay, so the first one is you saw a person
Somebody got ingested
ingested
actually
into
sucked
an
into an
airplane
engine.
Okay. Number 2.
Number 2, I actually slept walk and actually woke up in my friend's house on his couch. And number 3, we went camping and we actually burnt
Who's
down. Me and my friends went camping one year and we wound up burning down a miniature golf course.
Slept walk ended up in his sleeping bag.
That's it.
Okay.
Those are the 3.
So here are your 3. One,
They're not that like
they're not tantalizing.
yeah. There's no like pow. There's no pow to those 3. You want to try again?
Quick.
Give us a-
1, 2, 4.
Okay, so the first one was that you were working somewhere. And
at the
or
airport.
airport.
somewhere.
And well, I don't know if it was like at his job or if it was in Copenhagen and somebody
was at
got
an
sucked
airport. It
into
was an
an
airport,
okay, somebody
yes.
got sucked into an engine, but he lived.
What? Did he say he lived?
Yeah, he said he
You
lived because
answered it?
Quinn asked him.
That was the question I asked.
Did you answer that?
Yeah.
He lived.
The second was that you were sleepwalking and you.
Actually woke up in my next door neighbor's house on the couch.
Oh, okay,
following
so you
morning.
left the house,
Correct.
ended up
In bed with his wife.
on the couch.
No, this is
Yeah.
back in high school days.
Ew.
And then, okay. And the third one was you were sleepwalking again?
No, we actually went to camp.
Oh, you went to a
No, we were at a
Slept through this
campsite.
whole
We actually went
fucking show, I
camping
think.
with a bunch of.
Poor guy.
We had no firewood.
You were camping.
And we had no firewood. No, and we actually burnt down a miniature golf course up at this campsite,
Burned it down by like
adding it to
chopping
a
up
fire,
and-
chopping it up
okay.
and adding it to a fire.
So you took all the campground, you took all the miniature golf stuff and used it to burn up. Okay.
All right. Dan, you go first.
What type of a campground was it? State or was it like a KOA?
Now it was like they had trailers up in the woods. It was in Pennsylvania, upstate Pennsylvania.
Like a private campground?
I don't know if it was yeah, it was private because you had to pay for it.
All right. What happened to this guy who got ingested by the jet? Did he live?
Yeah, he lived. He did live.
What type of plane was it?
Well, Dan's not done yet.
Go ahead. Good question.
Fucking horning in.
Well, what type of plane was it?
Gulfstream.
Fancy.
And then, do you have a history of sleepwalking?
No, believe it or not, I don't.
Ambulance? That was the first time?
Nope, it's first time.
Believe it or not. Wow.
Those are my
That's fucking Ripley's fucking material right there.
Dude survives with a fucking iron pole through his head. Just may or may not fucking sleepwalk.
He says it like that. Well, it's so smug. Believe it or not, I don't. like that's fucking shocking.
There's a little something that you might not know, Dan.
I don't know if it was
Pipe and
sleepwalking.
smoke it.
That was a hard sell. Believe it.
All right. So,
Goes home, tells his wife, "You never guess what I put this fucking Dan guy in his place today." He was like, "Hey, you have a history of sleepwalking?" Guess what I said? That's edge of your seat type
so
shit.
you intentionally destroyed a miniature golf course for the wood?
Not intentionally.
But
Well, you
fucking
said you
elaborate.
fucking-
Not what you want to- No, we were actually up there. It was late. It was dark, so we couldn't really find any wood. There was actually a place that there was, believe it or not, there was a church up there, and we
Believe it or
actually
not.
Wait. There's a church in Pennsylvania?
it was like a little church. It was
This can't be
little
true.
tiny church.
Wow, this is fucking
Little
shocking.
tiny church, and we saw this pile of like these little houses that were back there, little windmills and shit. So, and it was late, and I guess being up in the mountains that it gets damp really quick because it's warm during the day. So all the wood up there was all like wet, so you couldn't light it on fire. So it looked abandoned. It was behind this shack. It was totally abandoned. We actually
You knew it was a miniature golf course when you saw it?
well, we didn't see up front until we actually brought it up close to our trailer, because then you could see like the colors. It's like, what else would it be?
Wait, what?
Wait,
Wait a minute. This wasn't like a functioning golf course?
No, it was actually looks like it was torn down and was
Believe it or
put
not.
someplace.
How big was the grounds and the golf course was on?
Don't know. There was no golf course there. There was nothing there.
So
I
wait,
don't get this then. Could you explain number 3 again?
There's a church there on this campground, not a big church, not a church like you see like down here. It was actually a smaller church. Next to the church, there was
Why
this
is the
old
church
looking-
fucking relevant at all? to this?
because obviously they must have had a miniature golf course at one time.
why were there?
Because
was
there's
it
a
religious
shed-
themed?
No, there was a shed across I don't know, maybe about 20 or 50 feet away from it.
What kind of church was it?
Couldn't tell you. They're going to tell you at all. I know it was a church because it had the cross on top of the building. So,
Okay.
but it was a shed. It looked like either it was a tool shed but it was so run down that we didn't think it was anything important. So
It was wait a minute.
wait, is the shed or a fucking miniature
it's a
golf
church.
course?
No, there's a church.
Like, were there pools of blue water with waterfalls and shit in it?
No, there's a shed next to the church off of the grounds. But
You know
close
when you
to
go
the
to
church.
Seaside and you see a fucking miniature golf course?
Yes.
Did it look like that?
Yes, to an extent. To an extent, smaller versions of it.
But around the church.
It was off of the church's campgrounds.
Where what? The windmills and stuff, were they in the shed?
No, there was no shed at all. It was all. It was all behind the shed.
Oh Lord!
Dismantled behind the shed in pieces, run down. But it was next to the
Behind
shed.
the shed that wasn't there.
It's there. Church, shed, stuff right next to the shed. It was all in the same grounds, but it didn't look like anybody was going to miss it.
But you said it was piled up.
It is piled up.
So it
But
doesn't
It
look
wasn't
like-
torn down though.
But it
was-
doesn't look like one in Seaside then.
It's not that big. They're smaller versions.
No, was it set up?
No,
or was
no. There was no golf course at all there. No golf course.
This one.
So
Get a
wait,
fucking minion here.
I think I figured this out. You broke into a church, a shed, and burned their nativity scene? Is that what you fucking did? Could have been. Yeah, there was a wise man.
Radical
Santa
Jew
here.
guy, man.
There was a bunch of wood that we didn't think was
Is it
anybody's
wood,
stuff.
or is it
It was
fucking
actually
built
little
wood?
houses, little tiny windmills. It looked like it was for a
What
miniature
led you to
golf.
believe it was a golf from a golf
Because
course?
every one of them had holes through it like the size of a golf ball.
Maybe a mouse was living there,
Might have
bro.
been, no, it might have been like a birdhouse. How big were they?
No, they were big. They were like,
All right, who was on the camping trip with you?
me and about 3 other people. People
Who?
that I know.
Who?
Nobody you would know.
First names.
But like, was it your friend's parents? Who was
It was
on the
actually my friend's parents' trailer.
So you,
trailer
guys
that you
you
camped
went up
in.
in a trailer with no wood or no way to start a
No,
fire?
it wasn't because you're on the trailer, so you don't really. You're on the campground, but you're living in like one of those trailers. You know, would it be a trailer park, but a little bit nicer. It's got like a couple of beds in there, and you're supposed to gather wood and put it in front of
How
the
many
trailer.
people were in the camping trip?
4.
How old were you?
17, 16,
What state?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Okay, that one is so fucking convoluted. I was like, it has to be true. I guess.
I felt it was true for. But anyway, let's ask him about number 2 though, because number 2 is there's
The sleepwalking
the
one.
sleepwalking one.
When did this happen? The sleepwalking one.
It's also when I was earlier. It was probably when I was in junior high.
It was the only time.
That's the only time that I remember because I don't even remember doing it.
So what's your only memory of it?
Just waking up in that room.
In
I mean, it's-
somebody else's room?
Actually, it was in their living room. I was just sleeping on there. So we used to sleep out a lot, like in somebody's backyard, just put up a tent, whatever, just sit. And then a lot of times it would get cold,
Wait a
and
minute.
we'd go in night, and because it got too cold outside, we wanted
right,
to go
come-
back in the house.
So when you went to sleep the night, when you went to bed at night, right? Were you in a house? Were you in your
I
own
was in
home?
my own, yes.
Okay. So, but when you woke up the next morning, you were in your neighbor's house
I was in my neighbor's
on their
house.
couch.
My next door neighbors. In the living room.
Did your and who
Robert
else
Downey
lived in the
Jr.
house?
over here.
In my house or my
The
neighbor's
house, the neighbor's house.
Just my friend and his sister and his parents.
And did they open the door for you and let you in?
Now back then, so we actually a lot of people slept with their if it was nice out, you just leave the back door open and keep the screen open so air
So
gets in the house.
you broke into their house.
I don't know if I broke in the house. I got in the house somehow.
You don't remember anything.
I don't remember other than waking up.
What did they say to you the next morning?
They asked if we slept out that night because they know a lot of times we used to come back into the house, and if it got too cold out, we'd just come back in the house and crash in the house. So she thought that maybe his son went upstairs and I just fell asleep on the couch.
You got some thin skin, man. You're fucking cold up in the mountains of Pennsylvania. You're cold in your fucking backyard.
Go ahead.
They were able to piece it together that you came in the back door.
Well, the back door's open.
That's the only way you could have gotten in.
Yeah, because it would have been the back door anyways.
And
The front door's
parents found
probably
you, not the friend, right?
no. My friend actually is the one that's the parents there.
Believe it or not, Dan.
What did you ask? It was one of my good
My
friends who
friends
lived next
found a
door.
kitchen
to
a tent with wet wood.
But who was the one who actually found you on the couch and woke you up? Was it your friend or the
No,
friend's parent?
his friend's father. My friend's father.
It was a medic. He had been
was he
roofied.
upset? How old was the
Did your
sister?
ass hurt when you woke up?
Probably about 7.
Oh, okay. So he wasn't concerned that you were
No.
up to shenanigans. Okay. So were you concerned when you woke up and you weren't in your room?
Yeah, because I didn't belong there. Obviously, I'd be concerned too.
So what did you do? Did you go tell your parents?
No,
like,
he woke me up and he just said, I was like, "You guys sleep out last night?" I said, "No." I said, "We didn't sleep at all last night." I said, "I don't really know why I'm here. I really have no idea why I'm here."
Was he concerned?
Yeah, were you ever invited back?
I don't know because he was still sleeping and I went home after that, so I have no idea.
Still sleeping.
My friend was still sleeping, so I have no idea.
So your parents, did your parents take you to any kind of specialist after that?
No, because I never really told him. I thought that maybe it was just, I don't know. It's like, I just don't know why it's never happened again. So there was really no concern for it.
All right. Any other questions about one, Bri?
About one? Well, one
The
was getting
gestation?
sucked into. Yeah, I mean, I think that I've seen that on that video, right?
Yeah, I saw it on too.
Yeah, that's
the
where I
guy
think he's
lived.
getting it from.
Yeah.
I don't believe you. See, the second one though, this seems like it's possible as well. Like it's not that far fetched.
None of them are fucking far fetched.
No, they're not far. Well, the first one's far fetched that he would get sucked in and live, right?
No, I hear they live most of the time.
But it doesn't. But it didn't happen to him.
No, it didn't
I know it
happen.
didn't happen to him, but you're saying that you stood there and watched it,
Yeah,
right?
I saw the whole thing.
Did you help him when he came out of the?
No, I was
What'd you
actually in
do?
the airport. I was actually in,
Oh, you weren't. What do you mean?
by the hangar. I was by
How
the
far
hangar
away
when it
from you
happened.
from it?
Probably about 50 feet, 60 feet.
And you didn't run over to fucking see what was going on. You just.
That's not what he was there.
No,
That's not what he was
that's not what
there
I'm
for.
thinking
He was
about.
there to work.
Yeah. Not really the place you want to be.
What do you mean? The guy lived.
Yeah, but still, it's,
He needed help.
it's still, yeah, it needs help.
needed some
It's like,
slack-jawed
I'm
fuck.
pulling him out while he's just like slowly looking like chum on the opposite
He's
side.
sleepwalking around the airport.
So
Never
you
sleep
didn't.
one.
So you just continued about your job. You were
It
just like,
happened
"Go
so
home."
fast that nobody really would have.
Yeah, but helping him wouldn't happen fast.
I wasn't close enough to help somebody in that
50 feet's
situation.
not
50
that
feet's
far.
not that far.
Like 50 feet, 60 feet. I don't know exactly how far. I don't have a tape measure, but it was far enough.
Did
to
you
where
know
I
the
can-
guy?
No. Nobody I worked with.